Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to UBL VGC Season 17, Week 1 in the Dawn Division. We are here facing off against a Fat Rat. We are waiting for him to be online, so we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping. This is the team. We've got Mega Lucario, Incineroar, Manaphy, Aerodactyl, Garchomp, and Sinistra. This is going to be a tough week. This is going to be a tough week. Rat is a really strong player. He is one that we kind of consistently have issues with. Because he's a very, very good player. Hopefully, we are able to pick out the win here. We haven't had a win against Rat in a very long time. And if there's a squad to do it, it is this one. Okay. All right, if there's a squad to do it, it's this one, baby. Okay, he brought Dragapult, Megamanectric, Kartana, Volcarona, Togekiss, and Scrafty. This is the 6 that we thought. We're gonna go Instant. We can go with the Instant Manaphy lead. I think that's very, very strong, but I think it's Instant Arrow. I think game 1. Okay, he forgot to pre-mega to go put main back. He forgot to put main as the right one. So really quickly, I've got to re-grab the command so that we can get right back into this with Rat. Get in right away. I trust Rat. I know he's not going to obviously change anything. Rat is a very honest player, despite... Yeah. Despite a lot of the RNG we may face, Rat is a very honest player here. All right. I guess this gives us a little bit more time to think about what lead we want to go to. Last minute, we did take Trick Room off of Sinistra for Shadow Ball. And looking at it, I do like that decision just because they did not bring anything that is weak to Matcha Gotcha. Nothing here is weak to Matcha Gotcha. I think it's... I think it's Instant Manaphy, which means in the back is Lucario and Sinistra. I like this for game 1. We see Scrafty, Manectric. We're 107, so unless this is an extremely fast Scrafty, we are totally fine. We can fake out into the Mega Manectric. I guess Scrafty might also not fake out here. But I think if they're going to fake out, they're going to fake out the Manaphy. So it might end up just being where we have a moot turn here. They go for another Intimidate. We do fake out the Manectric. They fake out Incineroar. Okay, maybe they speed crept 0 speed Incineroar. We're going to go ahead, go for Take Heart. And then we are going to Parting Shot Protect here into the Manectric. They're going to Volt Switch. They don't get to Volt Switch here. They don't get a Volt Switch. We're going to send in Lucario. This could be bad. Okay, it's just Snarl. That's actually pretty bad, actually. Snarl means we might not kill Scrafty here. Maybe it's worth double targeting the Manectric slot then. Just double targeting this slot. They Volt Switch. It does 28, which is a lot. 28 is a lot. Okay. We see Dragapult, so the double target doesn't go great. We get the burn. That could be huge. That could legitimately be huge here. I'm not going to say sorry for the burn. Rat has burned me so many times in the past. Let's go ahead. Let's switch out our Lucario. Let's get Sinistcha in here. Let's get Sinistcha in here. Let's get Manaphy back up to full. We're going to keep that pressure going. Keep the pressure going. I feel bad about the burn, but if this is physical, we are in a very good spot because of it. It is special. It is special. Okay, we take out Dragapult, though. Crit did not matter. We know crit didn't matter. We know crit didn't matter. Okay. 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 We are going to switch in Incineroar, and we are just going to protect here. We see the Air Slash and the Snarl. We're going to be able to see what this Togekiss item is. Okay, we see Switch. We see Switch. Are we going to see... Okay, so we know it is Covert Cloak, which is big. We're going to switch in Sinistcha here. We're going to Parting Shot the Manectric and just protect. This way, we are not losing momentum. They switch in the Fake Out Pokemon. It's not great. We see Volt Switch into Incineroar, which gets us Berry. It's doing 37%. I can't hate that. I cannot hate that. We're going to send in Sinistcha here. That's going to recover us again. We're going to pivot out immediately. And we're going to go for Scald. We're going to... Yeah, we're going to switch in Incineroar here. And we're going to Scald the Togekiss. This covers for Togekiss Switch. This covers for Togekiss Switch. We get damage there. It doesn't switch. We don't see Fake Out either. We see it go for Snarl. We're going to Fake Out. We have Fake Out this turn. We're going to Fake Out the Mega Manectric, and we're going to go for... That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We are in such a dominant position here. Getting another close combat off. Manaphy is at 26 attack right now. We're going to switch in Sinistcha. We're going to click Rage Powder. And we're going to go for Scald. That's fine. That's fine. Getting hit with Snarl is fine in this position. As long as we do damage. Crit is very unfortunate. I'm very sorry about that, Rat. This is far from over. This is far from over. Because we're taking 38% from Snarl here. We're going to protect our Manaphy here. They go for Snarl. Which is fine. We live the Snarl. They go for Snarl again, which we do not live. But we can switch in Mega Lucario here. I don't know if this kills, but we have to hope it does. 43% protects. It's quite possible that they're going for the kill here. That is quite bad. We're doing 31 at -1. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough from Thunderbolt. They're just going to click Snarl. This is going to be potentially close combat. And we get a crit! Oh, no! I'm so sorry for the RNG. I feel so bad here. But unfortunately, it is not yet over. We're going to go for Scald, which does not kill. But this thing is -1. We are in a very good position. We just protect every other turn. Gain back our HP. They're going to protect. We're going to go ahead, hit it with Scald. We get the burn. Honestly, burn didn't matter here. Burn didn't matter here. Okay, and that is game 1. That is game 1. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's game 1. That's game 1. GLHF to Rat. That was game 1. It was not clean. I would have liked it to be a clean game 1. But we've got to take what we got. We're going to go ahead. We're going to lead Incineroar and Aerodactyl. We're going to bring our Lucario and our Garchomp in the back. We're going with the Tailwind mode here. The Tailwind mode beats almost every adaptation that he has. But I would be lying if I said I was not still terrified here. We see the Manectric, and we see Kartana. What do we see for the item on Kartana? It is Clear Amulet. Okay, we're going to fake out the Kartana, and we're going to go for Tailwind here. We are Wakanberry. That means we should. I'm not saying we will, but we should live the Thunderbolt and the Volt Switch here. That's fine. That's fine. That's so fine. I'm in such a fine position here. They just go for the Protect. We're going to go for the Fake Out. This is fine. And we're just going to start getting the ball rolling. We're going to go for the Rock Slide. And we're going to go for Knockoff. It no longer has Covert Cloak, which means it is susceptible to RNG. He knows we're Wakanberry. We're taking 41% from Wakanberry. Jeebus McGreebus. Okay. They're going to go for Follow Me, which is fine. We miss on the Dragapult, which is rough. That's rough. But we get the parting shot off. And I think, unfortunately, it has to be Garchomp here. They go for Shadow Ball into Aerodactyl, which is just fine for us. We're going to switch in the Incineroar. They are stat dropped, which is fine. We expected that. We're going to go for Rock Slide, and we're going to go for Knockoff. Okay, that's fine. We're going to protect our Garchomp, and we're just going to Flare Blitz into the Togekiss. Let's go! Okay. Okay. We don't kill Togekiss, which is fine. That's fine. We're going to switch Lucario. Lucario is going to be switched in on Draco from the Dragapult. That's still a lot of damage, but Dragapult is now in a worse position than it was before, and we don't have to deal with Togekiss. We're going to protect. Yeah, we're just going to protect Lucario. And we're going to click Parting Shot into the Manectric slot. If they go for the correct play here, it is Volt Switch into Incineroar. It is not Volt Switch here. So we are in a good position. We're going to send in Garchomp. We're going to send Incineroar back in. And we are going to Fire Fang the Manectric slot. It is going to want to Volt Switch out of here. Garchomp lives. Does it go for Volt Switch? It goes for Thunderbolt. So we get to hit this with a Fire Fang, which isn't great. We get the burn. It's unfortunate, but I don't really think it matters. Unfortunately, this Dragapult is in a very good position on us. Unless we switch. But we could also go for Fire Fang into the Dragapult. And call the switch. But we are just going to go for knockoff. Into that slot. And we are going to Fire Fang that slot. They go for Shadow Ball. It's enough to pick up. Just fine. We know they are Life Orb. They go for Volt Switch. We're still at 62. We get the knockoff. We get the kill. Okay. Unfortunately, we have to do this. If Kartana goes for Protect, I think, unfortunately, we just have to accept that we did lose the game. But is it likely that it goes for Protect for Flare Blitz? It is. Fuck. Okay. That's very, very bad. We do pick up. It all comes down to if Kartana picks up a Sacred Sword, and it does. Alright, so we know he's bringing basically Screw Manaphy. Oh, that's such a bad position to be in. We should have read that. We should have read that. If we read that, we always won the game. That's very unfortunate. Okay. We're going Instant Manaphy. We're bringing Lucario. We're bringing Sinistcha. So they're going to go for Follow Me here. That's what Rat's going for. Which I am fine with. They go for Helping Hand. Draco misses Incineroar! I targeted the Togekiss. But if they're going for the same thing, they get the crit. Oh, crit on Manaphy is so bad, dude. Last Mon is probably Mega Manectric, which is in a very, very good position to deal with us. But do we think it's going to go for the Helping Hand? I don't. We Flare Blitz Kartana. We Mega Protect. They go for Follow Me. They Sacred Sword the Lucario slot. We get the Flare Blitz. We get good damage off. You're going to just pivot here. It's fine. We live. Don't live the next one, and we can't switch to live it. But we can prevent. We just need to not get haxed here. We just need to not get flinched. We just need to not get flinched. I just need you to not flinch me. I lose because of that flinch. Are you Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Doesn't even kill. That's... oh my god. Literally the one thing. The one turn. The one turn. The one turn that loses me the game instantly. The one turn that loses me the game instantly. The one turn that lost me the game instantly. The one turn that loses me the game instantly. Let's just assume it's Modest Pulp. Modest Life or Pulp. Draco Meteor. It's a 50-50 anyways, but the crit makes it 100%. It's a 50-50, crit makes it 100. The one turn. That was the one turn that lost me the game instantly. The one turn that loses me the game instantly. Because if he's not modest, it is a 6%. If he's not modest, it is a 6%. With Helping Hand boost, it is a 6%. It's a KO. That one hurts. That one hurts. I don't even think it was modest, because you can't speed creep Aerodactyl without it being modest. And we saw... I guess we didn't even see. So we have no idea of knowing if it's modest or not. We have no idea. That's very frustrating. It's frustrating. Because of that flinch... Because of this flinch, I don't even think it matters. I don't think... Would Air Slash have mattered? Oh, yes, it did, because I clicked Shadow Ball into Togekiss. Yeah, it does matter. Okay. Yeah, it does matter, because I clicked Shadow Ball in the Togekiss. So flinch matters there. We could have run Covert Cloak, I guess, to play around that, but... I mean, we had no way of knowing... Like, I had to just guess if it was physical or special pulp, and I guessed wrong. I had to guess. Physical Pult was a lot scarier in prep than Special was. It felt a lot scarier in prep, but I guess if you just, you know, crit, if you just crit kill Manaphy, it doesn't matter if you're Physical Special. It doesn't matter what you are, because you just instantly win the game. I don't know. I guess the turn 1 is to not read that he's going for follow me, but I needed, you know, knock off anyways, so that we could switch later. I had to assume that he was going to just kill Incineroar. I had to assume that, but he showed that he was going for Helping Hand, so we knew he could knock off the turn after. I guess literally the only thing I could have done to play around that is knock off turn 1 into Dragapult. But, I mean, I guess that's probably not the wrong play, but, I mean, truthfully, I did throw game 2. I threw game 2. Like, that is a fact. We, on turn 10, went for this. If we did not go for it, it would have been a lot safer, because Vacuum Wave would have picked up the Kartana the turn after. We would have potentially had another turn of Flare Blitz damage. But the question is, do we live a Thunderbolt after that? Because Volt Switch was doing 24.3, but I believe that was at -1 here. Was that -1? Let me verify. It was at -1, so it might not have mattered, but, I mean, well, then again, we pick up here. Like, we pick up turn 11. We go into Incineroar. Incineroar does 38.7, approximately, if that happens again. Approximately 38.7. Which then... I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on what the Manectric set is. If Vacuum Wave picks up the turn after. I mean, you're going to be able to see in the recording that I did throw. Yeah. Yeah, we never should have done that. Like, this was the most obvious Protect ever into the most obvious Thunderbolt ever. We should have just protected. We should have just protected. I threw game 2, so it's like, us losing to a crit is... Obviously, it's annoying. Obviously, it's going to hurt me so much. And that is... Since we did get the confirmation via, and I'm so sorry... it was Jolly Pult. And potentially less than 252. I mean, there's not much you can do about that, right? I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens. Sometimes you throw a game and then you lose to RNG. I'm upset. I would be lying if I said I wasn't upset. I would be very lying. I am upset. I am upset, but that's Mons. I mean, that's how it goes. I think Rocky Helmet was the wrong item choice, but it is what it is. We do have Rat's Paste. It was... Okay, so at least it was Timid 252. So there is that. 204, 52, 252 attack. I mean, we kill this thing with every move ever. I mean, if we fit the... Legitimately, if we could fit the Meteor Beam, we won here. Technically, it's not bad RNG for the flinch. It's of 40% for me to not get flinched. Like, it's a 40% for me just not to get flinched, and that's what happens. That's... It's technically more in his favor. Genuinely. It is ultimately, at the end of the day, in his favor. That said, you can't say sorry about getting a flinch if you're running Serene Grace Air Slash Rat. Don't say sorry. It's literally more likely than not. We threw away our two-game win. We could have had a 2-0, but we threw it. Sorry. I'm just trying to cope before I end this video. That's rough. But I know we can bounce back. I mean, the reasons we lost were plays. We made incorrect plays. So I'm not going to sit here, and I'm not going to sit and be like, we did everything that we wanted to do. We did not. We did not play it as optimally as we could have, and we did get punished game 2. We instantly lost game 2 because I made the wrong move, and that is fine. That's fine. The crit was unfortunate. That was something that obviously is statistically way less likely to happen than the flinch. The flinch, I mean, it's Serene Grace. I'm upset. It immediately lost me the game, but at the same time, that's Mons, right? That's Mons. I mean, there's really nothing we can do. Like, because we go Shadow Ball game 3 to pick up Togekiss. It's very likely Manectric in the back. Manectric does deal with Lucario. I believe it did reveal Flamethrower. No, it did not reveal Flamethrower. Dragapult was what revealed Flamethrower, sorry. Let me correct myself. Dragapult revealed Flamethrower in game 2. But we did throw game 2. So hopefully we can get our play in check, and hopefully next week we can bounce back from this. Normally I would sit here and I would not, I would let it sit in my mind and let it affect me, but ultimately this one is a case where we could have won the game and could have prevented any RNG in that game 3 from happening. We could have. We could have prevented RNG in game 3 if we just clicked Protect. If we just had clicked Protect, we had won the game. Assumedly. Of course, obviously, there are, assumptions at play here. We could have potentially lost the game, but that's just how it goes. I mean, yeah, we threw the game, and we lost. We got punished for it. Rat's a good player. I'm not gonna let myself be super upset for super long. I'm upset at how it went down, but I'm never upset playing Rat. He's a great player. I hate the RNG that happens in our sets, but I mean, Rat's such a nice guy. Yeah. Potentially I'll see if I can have him on for a video at some point. But yeah, if you guys are watching this game, remember, think about your lines. Do not click them right away, because if your opponent is also clicking quickly, you do not have the time to sit and think after they are clicked what the correct move is. That's what I did. I clicked my moves, and then I sat and thought about what was correct. And then, as you saw, I was like, oh no, I should protect. Kartana's going for protect. And it did. It did go for protect. We knew protect target Lucario was the most likely thing, because that's what he should have done. That was the correct play. Rat made the correct plays when he had, like, he made the correct plays. I can't sit here and be mad that he didn't make the correct plays. There were a couple minor optimizations I definitely could have done. I could have gone for knockoff into the Dragapult, turn 1 of game 3. I think that's probably the better play. Obviously, we can't know how the game would have gone from there. But we make sure that it is dead right away. But, of course, Togekiss still has Covert Cloak, which means I cannot go for Parting Shot into the Togekiss the turn after to switch out into something like Sinistcha. And the play was, if we didn't get hit there, like if we didn't get killed there, we would have had a free switch into Sinistcha from the Protect. Obviously, he's going to be able to read the Protect and go for Air Slash into that slot, but we also would not have died to Draco Meteor on the switch, even if he had gone for Helping Hand. So that's how it goes. That's how it goes. I mean, it is what it is. I did throw the game. I lost the game because of it. You make bad plays, you lose the game. That's how it is against good players. There's no room for error. See you guys in the next one. Hopefully we can pick up our first win of the season.